Philippians 3 and 14, I press towards the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4 and 13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And Proverbs 35 through 6, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not to your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. So those verses to me kind of stuck out that would really relate to this topic for me. And I also listed just some quick definitions of moving beyond and limits. So moving is simply just being in motion. It's not being stagnant. It's not being still. It's constantly going. It's constantly moving. Beyond is basically being outside of a physical limit or range. So that means it's basically outside of your comfort zone. It's not something you're well known of, but it's kind of going past that, right? Limits are usually a point or a level beyond which something does not or may not extend past. So a limit is something that's usually like some type of block or like a ending point. But when we're talking about moving beyond the limits, we're talking about going past that, going way beyond that. And so tonight for me, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be all yelly and all perfect because I was like overthinking it. My mother was like, just be yourself. Just tell your experience. I'm talking to young people tonight anyway, so as long as they understand what I'm saying, we're all good. Thank you. Okay, so from my personal experience, I'm going to try to really talk with our young people tonight. I'm currently a third-year student at Vanguard University. I'm a psychology major. So for me, starting college was not easy at all. It's always a topic you hear about, but when you actually get started in that process, it wasn't easy for me. Especially going to a Christian school. At that, you would think, oh, I got this. I'm a preacher's daughter. I got the skills. I'm good. No. I got there and just the level of expectancy of things you were supposed to already know, going in, I was like, oh, wait, I don't know this much stuff. Just the simple knowledge that I thought I had that was good enough, it was nowhere near where a lot of these students coming in knew, And so going through that and going through, simple roommate stuff and other little issues, it was tough for me my first semester. And I think for me, that's when I really started to realize, okay, relationship with God just based off of mommy and daddy ain't gonna work no more. Calling them for advice, yes, but it was time to kind of get off that latch of holding on to their salvation, and it was time to kind of lock into my own. So my first semester didn't go as planned. I kind of had to do what my dad would always say, a readjustment, if you will. Not something I had planned, but I just kind of had to take a step back and just reevaluate some things. And I think that's what we all have to do in life when we're going through our processes, right? So the next spring, I went back, and it was tough, because now you got people, oh, she back? Oh, well, she didn't even finish her first semester. You got the backbiters, them talking, all that stuff. And my mom would take me to school and be like, you know what, you're there for yourself, you're there for your education, you got to plug in God for yourself. When I tell you, them so-called friends wasn't around, them so-called, things that you thought were going to work out for you wasn't around, it really became a me and God relationship at that point. And so I really started to just pray more, get on my knees more, and ask God, I want to reestablish my personal relationship with you for myself. And as I went on through school, it didn't get easier, it got harder. And I learned that you have to go to God for yourself. You have to intercede for yourself. And so I would go to church every morning. I found a church out there. And I would be like, all right, who's going to church? And a whole group of students would be like, no, we're not going. And I'm like, okay, am I doing something wrong? And so I started to realize, sometimes this journey that we call life, especially in a Christian walk, it's going to sometimes look like it's by yourself. Especially around, our peers, you know what I'm saying? So I would go to church, and it was, not a lot of people my age, and I was like, well, this is not really fun. Like you expect to see some of your peers there, right? But I was like, God, like, why does it just seem like it's only me? Like, I'm putting in all this work, I'm reading my word, I'm going to church, I'm putting in those extra, hours and stuff into things, and stuff was still going left, and money wasn't right, and situations was going, all over, and I was just like, God, like, I can't do this, I can't do this. And then God reminded me, I was like, I'm a child of Him. Like, you're my daughter. You don't have to fear. I didn't give you the spirit of fear. And so I started to understand that even if I didn't get my way or got what I wanted at that time, God is still able to do what He says He's going to do. He's able to do things that we can't even think of. See, this is how amazing God is. Okay. See, I can say right now, I need money for school, I need this for this, I need this for that. God already know what you need, like, way down the line. While we over here complaining about what we need right now, He's like, you may not be ready for that right now. I may have something better for you right now. And so I've learned in those moments, in those times, in those frustrations, you have to move beyond those blockages that you come across. And you can't do that on your own, as Dana and everyone has stated. You have to have God, I'm telling you. That flesh, you can't do it by yourself. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to be great, and I'm going to do all of this by myself. No, I'm going to tell you right now, you need the love of God in you to get past those arguments that you can't backbite in, to get past those finances that you can't seem to find. You need the love of God to move forward, to move beyond, because let me tell you, the Lord will test you. And it's not always like, oh, it's the enemy, it's the devil. No, sometimes the Lord be testing you. He'll put you in situations where somebody will say something, and I know I'm talking to my babies right now. Sometimes somebody will say something to you, and you be like, oh, Jesus Christ, like you want to say something, but sometimes He's testing you to see what kind of faith you have. He's testing you to see what are you going to do? Are you going to put Him first, or are you going to put yourself first? He's watching that. He's looking at that. So I'm going to wrap it up and get my last point. But what I'm trying to say is, as young people, yes, there's going to be things that we ain't going to like to do. There's going to be times where we have to do things that we may not want to do. But it's for your good. It's for your benefits. Yeah. It's for you to be good in the long run, and just think about the bigger picture. Don't always just get frustrated with what you see or what's going on right now. But look at the bigger picture, and always remember that with God you can move beyond any limit. Thank you.
All right.
Let's praise God for Sister Vanessa Salter from the New Hope Church of God in Christ in Duarte, California. Hallelujah. We're moving quickly. Hallelujah. Bishop gave us a few extra minutes. Hallelujah. Elder Willie Johnson is coming to us at this time. God bless the saints of